I'm about with chapter 6, the Nazirite vow. Of course, the Nazirites, that's the tribe Jesus came out of. Or, not, well, he came from the tribe of Judah, but he was a Nazirite, though. So, yeah, if you can understand that. He was a Nazirite that came out of the tribe of Judah. So, it says, and the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, speak to the people of Israel. Just drop my phone. Anyway. It says, and the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, speak to the people of Israel, and say to them, when either a man or a woman makes a special vow, the vow of a Nazirite, to separate himself to the Lord, he shall separate himself from wine and strong drink. Now let me read that again real quick. Speak to people of Israel and say to them, whether a man or a woman makes a special vow, the vow of a Nazirite, to separate himself to the Lord, shall separate himself from wine and strong drink. He shall drink no vinegar made from wine or strong drink, which is, alcohol, and shall not drink any juice of grapes, or eat grapes fresh or dried. All the days of his separation he shall eat nothing that is produced by the grapevine, not even the seeds or the skins. All the days of his vow of separation no razor shall touch his head, until the time is completed for which he separates himself to the Lord. He shall be holy. He shall let the locks of his head grow long. Now, I kind of take this as this way. Okay, Jesus, of course, he was a Nazirite. So by this, I'm thinking Jesus had long hair, from what this is saying. Now, that's just my thing on it. I know people have their different theories, but my theory is, I believe, since it says right here, God says for the Nazirites to have long hair, I believe Jesus had long hair. I believe that. Alright? Let's see. It says, all the days that he separates himself to the Lord, he shall not go near a dead body, not even for his father or for his mother, or brother or sister. If they die, shall he make himself unclean, because the separation of God is on his head. All the days of his separation he is holy to the Lord. And if any man dies very suddenly beside him, and he defiles his consecrated head, then he shall shave his head on the day of his cleansing. On the 7th day he shall shave it. On the 8th day he shall bring 2 turtle doves or 2 pigeons up to the priest, the entrance of the tent of meeting. And the priest shall offer one for a sin offering, and the other for a burnt offering, and make atonement for him, because he sinned by reason of the dead body. And he shall consecrate his head that same day, and separate himself to the Lord for the days of his separation, and bring a male lamb a year old, for a guilt offering. But the previous period shall be void, because his separation was defiled. And this is the law for the Nazirite. When the time of the separation has been completed, he shall be brought to the entrance of the tent of meeting. And he shall bring his gift to the Lord, 1 male lamb a year old, without blemish, for a burnt offering, and 1 ewe lamb a year old without blemish as a sin offering, and 1 ram without blemish as a peace offering, and a basket of unleavened bread, loaves of fine flour mixed with oil, and 11 wafers smeared with oil, and their grain offering and their drink offering. And the priest shall bring them before the Lord and offer his sin offering and his burnt offering. He shall offer the rams as a sacrifice of peace offering to the Lord, with the basket of unleavened bread. And the priest shall offer also his grain offering and his drink offering. And the Nazirite shall shave his consecrated head at the entrance of the tent of meeting, and shall take the hair from his consecrated head and put it on the fire that is under the sacrifice of the peace offering. And the priest shall take the shoulder of the ram when it is boiled, and 1 unleavened loaf out of the basket, and 1 unleavened wafer, and shall put them on the heads of the Nazirite, after he has shaved the hair of his consecration. And the priest shall wave them for a wave offering before the Lord. They are a holy portion for the priest, together with the breast that is waved, and the thigh that is contributed. And after that, the Nazirite may drink wine. So I know people think that oh, it's wrong to drink wine. It's really not. I mean, it's Jesus drank wine. I mean, it's not a sin to drink wine, but it is a sin to get drunk on wine. I mean, if you're just having dinner and you want to drink some wine, there's nothing wrong with that. But If you're just drinking it just to get drunk, then yeah, you're sinning, and it's a no-no, big no-no. But personally, I don't drink because I never got into that stuff. I've seen what it's done to people, so I don't do that. But but you know, if you want to have wine for dinner or something, just fine, nothing wrong with that. But just don't get drunk on it, because that is a sin. So I mean, think about this. It says, and after that, the Nazirite may drink wine. Well, Jesus was a Nazirite, hence why he drank wine. You see how that compares to that? This is the law of the Nazirite. But if he vows an offering to the Lord above his Nazirite vow, as he can afford, in exact accordance with the vow that he takes, then he shall do in addition to the law of the Nazirite. Aaron's blessing. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to Aaron and his sons, saying, Thus you shall bless the people of Israel. You shall say to them, The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. So shall he put my name upon the people of Israel, and I will bless them. So basically, this is just God, you know, just giving the Nazirite vow what. And if you think about this is very true. God, who is Jesus, is pretty much telling the Jews his vow. Think about it. You know, Jesus, who is God, all right, is giving the Jews the Nazirite vow. So it's basically Jesus, who of course is God, is telling Israel how he will be. It's kind of like Jesus is what's the word? He's trying to reveal himself, he's trying to think of the right word to use. He's trying to kind of just show himself to the Jews in a way, you know, like he's just, yeah, I mean, I guess that's how I can say it, but yeah, that's what he's basically doing, is he's just you know, telling Jews how he's going to be, and he expects everyone else to be that way, you know, through the Nazirite vow. Which I can see that, you know. It's kind of like Jesus is telling them, hey, this is the way I'm going to be, this is the way I expect y'all to be, you know. It's like Jesus expects his children to be holy and not to be in sin. Doesn't mean we're not going to fall into mistakes. Everyone does, but when we do, he will forgive us of our sins, and he will turn us away from those sins. He will put us back on the right track, so that we can continue to live for him. But you know, this is the Nazirite vow. Basically, think about it, it's just Jesus telling Jews who he is, you know. And then, of course, the blessing of Aaron. So, but that's chapter 6. And I'll be right back with chapter 7. And